Hi there, thank you for joining me today. I'm Sandra at artypapercrafters.com, and today my tutorial is a Valentine's treat bag which is made using vellum, so it's see-through, so yes, you can see your sweet treats. And I have put a beautiful die cut Valentine heart on it with my sentiment and some little tiny flowers with some rhinestones, and I've used some beautiful cherry cobbler silky ribbon, and we're going to make that today and I'll show you how I made it. So to start off with, we need a piece of vellum which measures 9.5 by 7.5, and we're going to score it on the long side at 2 1/4, 6 3/4, and 9, and then we're going to turn it and we're going to score it on the short side at 3/4 and 7, and that's the scoring done. I'm just going to pull you out slightly because I think I'm too close, a little bit too close. That's good. Now we're going to do a little bit of folding and burnishing onto our vellum. And it keeps me wanting to move. And there's no need to score that little skinny 1/2 inch piece because we're just going to stick that down, but we need to cut away part of this. So let's fold that, burnish that. And now we're going to cut away, tape it in and cut away these two pieces here. I think I'll get my long scissors for that, and then maybe I might get a bit of a straighter cut. Still not happy with that. It's better. Same on this end. Notch in slightly and cut away that piece here. And get rid of those pieces. We don't need those. And we don't need, let's see, we're folding that back, so we don't need these pieces either. Did I notch those in? Yes, I did. So cut these back pieces off as well and notch in. Notch in and cut out these end pieces here. That's it, get rid of those pieces. Our bag now goes like that. And then that piece folds over the back. So I'll just burnish that piece there. And to stick this together, I've used some tape. when I can find the end. So some tape along this back edge here. Like that. Some tape along the bottom of the skinnier edge, ½ inch edge. Like that. I'm going to get the backing off that, and that gets folded down. Backing off of this, and that gets folded down. So that's our bag made. Stuck up here with these bits. Treats in. And now we're going to make 2 holes with the 1/8 inch punch. So just eyeball down by about ½ inch. Whoops. Same this other side. Eyeball in about the same distance away and about ½ inch in. Seems to have shed half of its bits out. It obviously needs cleaning out, that. Then I've got my 3/8 inch silky taffeta ribbon, which came as a combination pack with some Emerald Envy, and is in the, I think it might be in the sale, I'm not sure. So we cut a length of that off. And push that through. Whoops, it's getting away from me. So as you pull that through, make sure that that's nice and flat, lying flat at the back. Like that. That's it. And then we're going to tie our ribbon bow. It's not too shabby. And then trim the ends. That's it. It's a bit very good, isn't it? That's it. That's better. And now I'm going to show you how to cut out this little beautiful little heart, and I'm going to show you what I used to cut that out. So let's move those bits out of the way. So I've got my big shot in, and let me just show you what I used. You'll need your multi-purpose platform that goes in first. Then you'll need your precision base plate that goes that side up. That's cutting out this fine detail. And what I did was I got some wax paper. You can get wax paper from any hobby craft specialists or on Amazon even. And what I did was I placed my cardstock down first, so you can see that that went there. I placed my cardstock down first, then I placed my wax paper on the top. So that was like that, like that. My wax paper went on the top, and then I put my detailed dies, which this matches the Bloomin' Love stamp set, which is for Valentine's, and that these are the Bloomin' Heart Thinlet dies. And I've used the little, or the big heart should I say, because it is quite a big heart, and that went over the top of the wax paper. And then I put my plate on the top and I wound that round. I wound that backwards and forwards twice. Take that off like that. And then I will show you what I did next. And then I got this little piece of sponge, which is in the Stampin' Up catalogue, with this little pokey tool, and I placed that down on here, that way up, and I took the wax paper off because that came out very, very easily on the wax paper, and then I just rubbed and rubbed all those little pieces out, and you can see that it came out perfectly out of there with no bits to poke through. So I think that's a great tip for using these really detailed Thinlet dies. So that's a good tip for you today. So that heart goes on my little bag. But we want our sentiment, so let's stamp that out first. So I've got a piece of Whisper White, and using the matching Bloomin' Love stamp set, I'm going to stamp the sentiment My Valentine. So let's prep that onto our block, My Valentine. It's not very clean. I seem to have a bit stuck to that. And I think I'm going to use a larger block too. Seems too small. Right. So prep that onto here, and then I'm going to use my spongy pad when I can find it, my foam pad, because I'm using photopolymer stamps. And we're going to use the Perfect Plum ink, because I feel that Perfect Plum is gorgeous with the red. I love purple and red together. I think it really sings out. So we stamp that down, and that's perfect. And then I need a piece of Perfect Plum cardstock, which I've got here. I need a piece of that as well. And I'm using my decorative label punch, and we're going to punch out our sentiment. Line that up as central as we can. And punch that out. And then a piece of Perfect Plum and punch that out. Now to make that stand out, I got my scissors and I cut this across the corners, corner to corner. And then I got that round that way. No, I didn't. I got it round that way. Any way works. And then a bit of ink on these two pieces. Don't go right to the edge, go into the middle more, and layer that on so that you can see a piece of it in the corner and along the bottom edge. Line that up the same with this corner so that you can see a bit of that on the top edge and down the side. Whoops. Bit of adjustment needed. There we are. And what I've done is I've got some Tombow, and where the flowers are, I've just put the glue on those because then it won't shine through, and if there's a little flower or two, leaf or two, that shows that's thick and you can put a bit of glue on that. That's what I've done. So we stick that down onto our bag like that. Hold that down for a few seconds so that that sticks. And then a few dimensionals for our sentiment. And we're going to stick that on. Across there. And I've already prepped up, to save time, some of the little flowers that you get with these dies. I've cut out 2 of that size and 4 of that size. And using my foam pad, I'm going to use the other side, and I'm going to use my pokey tool to give them some dimension. And then I've used some glue dots to stand them up onto my little bag. And I've put that one here. That one on there. That one on there. The little red one I have put onto the near the sentiment. And then we're going to have that big one here, maybe a small one, if I can get hold of it. Can go there, and maybe one up there even. I think I'm going to stick that one there. On there. And then we're going to get our rhinestones, and we're going to pop some rhinestones on onto the centres. Bigger one in the middle there, and on the middle here. Push them up to give them a bit more dimension again. I just need to trim a few of these smaller ones off. from me. And then to finish it off, I'm putting one near the sentiment there. And I think that finishes it off perfectly. Just maybe straighten that ribbon round a bit more when I take the photos. And I think that that looks really rather cute and great for any loved one. And I know someone who really adores caramel, and that would be my husband. So I hope you enjoyed that project today. If you would like to see the measurements or you didn't get a chance to write them down, pop over to my website or my project details. If you click in the down arrow description bar, all my project details will be down in the bottom of the description. So until the next time, it's bye for now. Bye.